I want to know what in the world does the Taylor Swift nod and having lots of cash on hand because you're black has anything to do with your daughter Fani Willis and her alleged lover Nathan Wade getting it in? Please enlighten me because I'm a little confused here. Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, Joel Davis Media Network. I hope everybody is having a great weekend because I know I am. With that being stated, I want everyone that enjoys the channel or found the channel for the first time, please do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell up top. This is the one of the few channels that's going to give you a real outtake of what's really going on in mainstream media or conservative news from a conservative perspective. With that being said, let's jump into this. So, this is day 2 of the hearing of Fani Willis being investigated about her relationship with Nathan Wade. Now, Nathan Wade and her exclusively claim that their relationship did not start until the latter part of 2022 after he was appointed to work on this case, and it progressed from there and allegedly ended this summer of 2023. But there are a lot of people from the whistleblower in her office that got fired all the way to her previous best friend is saying, nah, they've been kicking it since 2019. Now, the wife has also stated that too, not so much in her statements, but from her lawyer uh, releasing the information of that he decided to end the marriage or file for divorce in November of 2019. And from the statements that we got from Fani Willis, she met him at a party sometime of October of 2019 at a conference, excuse me, not a party. I digress with that. So with that being said, that should tell you something. Something to me ain't adding up. You met a guy at 2019 at a conference. All of a sudden, he gets a file for a divorce the next following month. Seems like to me, this guy was really in love and was getting some intense action to do something like that. Because we all know as men, most men, they don't leave their wives or file for a divorce for their wives unless two reasons. They are sick of the marriage due to the fact of they're not getting what they deserve out of it, or two, they feel like they have found something better than what they got at home. That's just how men work. But with that being stated, let's go up here and let's share what's going on from Fox News, biggest takeaways from their legal experts, and then I will jump in on my 2 cents. And please, before I proceed on that, I am not a legal expert at all. I am just a YouTube creator slash influencer. So my 2 cents is just my opinion. So I am just making sure that you are aware of that before I get into any more context of the situation. All right, guys, and here we go with this. Uh,
two things.
We're going to talk about the biggest takeaway after the wild 2-day hearing on Fani Willis affair. What done is done. The second day of the court hearing of evidence and allegations that Georgia prosecutor Fani Willis had an improper affair with her colleague has concluded, but the judge will review testimony in a closed door meeting. After a bombshell admission by defense key witness Terrence Bradley, who avoided answering the certain questions, citing attorney-client privilege, Judge Scott McAfee said he would hold an in-camera meeting with Bradley to determine if his privilege assertions are accurate. Bradley is the former law firm partner to Nathan Wade, who was accused of having an affair that financially benefited Willis after she hired him to help prosecute the election interference case against Trump. Bradley has refused to answer some of the questions asked by defense counsel about what he knew about Wade and Willis' relationship and when he knew, citing attorney-client privilege. Bradley, for a brief time, was Wade's lawyer during his divorce, but Bradley admitted that a large reason he left the law firm was because an employee at that firm accused him of intimate violations, though he denied that allegation. He also indirectly admitted that he paid the employee who accused him. This is significant because early in his testimony, Bradley testified that the reason he left the firm was related to Wade's divorce proceedings and therefore covered by attorney-client privilege. Judge Scott McAfee said that Bradley's admission reopens questions about what Bradley refused to answer about what he knew about Wade and Fani Willis' romantic relationship. And when he knew, Bradley refused to answer, citing attorney-client privilege. Mr. Bradley previously testified that the reason he left the firm was totally and completely covered by privilege. When asked by the state, he went into a factual scenario that, to my mind, I don't see how it relates to privilege at all. And so now I'm left wondering if Mr. Bradley has been properly interpreting privilege this entire time, the judge said. Now, early on Friday, Willis' father, John C. Floyd III, took the stand and confirmed that Willis testified to on Thursday that her father taught her to keep large amounts of cash on hand at all times. He also said he did not meet Wade until 2023 and that he was unaware his daughter had a romantic relationship with Wade until about 7 weeks ago, which allegations of Willis impropriety were first made in court filings. During their romantic relationship, which ended roughly the summer of last year, Wade and Willis vacationed to wine country in California, the Caribbean, and among other destinations. Michael Roman, a GOP political operative and co-defendant in the Trump case, first alleged that Willis had a conflict of interest in the case because she financially benefited from hiring her lawyer. 4 co-defendants have made similar accusations. The crux of the defense case is whether they can prove with a money trail that Willis has a conflict of interest in the case against Trump and should be disqualified. Willis testified Thursday she reimbursed Wade for her share of vacation expenses in cash, but both she and Wade testified there were no receipts for these transactions. The defense, led by Ashley Merchant, are also trying to prove that Willis and Wade were romantically involved prior to Wade's employment at the DA's office. Both Willis and Wade insisted that their relationship started in 2022 after Wade was hired, but they contradict testimony from Robin Yurty, a former good friend of Willis and past employee at the DA's office. Yurty said she had no doubt that Willis and Wade relationship started in 2019 after the two met at a conference. Yurty testified to observing Willis and Wade hugging and kissing and showing affection prior to November 2021. and that she had no doubt that they were in a romantic relationship starting in 2019, to which when she and Willis last spoke in 2022. Willis dismissed Yurdi's testimony and said she no longer considered Yurdi to be a friend. The highlight of the two-day proceeding was Willis' own and unexpected testimony on Thursday, described by one expert as belligerent. She verbally sparred with lawyers for hours, at one point prompting the judge to threaten to strike her testimony. She also raised brows for appearing to be wearing her dress backwards. She did not return to the witness stand on Friday. Judge McAfee said earlier this week there is a clear disqualification can occur if evidence is produced demonstrating an actual conflict or the appearance of one. Judge McAfee said he would hold a summation hearing of all evidence presented in the next week or two. Allie Stockton Jr., lawyer for co-defendant Rudy Giuliani, told Fox News following the hearing, "I don't think anything has been earth-shattering today. What's done is done." When asked if the hearing would make a difference for his client, he replied, "As it relates to my client, what's going on relates to all of it, about the integrity of the process itself. The judge is sharper than I am. I have no idea what he'll come down on this," he said. So you heard this story, and I'm going to say it like this, and I'm not going to bite my tongue. This was a straight debacle. And the reason why I say it was a straight debacle, because Fani Willis could have went on ahead and raised her hand like a big girl and said, "Hey, I am having an affair with this gentleman. It started in 2019. As soon as we met at the conference, I wanted him, and it is what it is." And just go and resign, because you're caught. You went on vacation with this man and you said, "Oh, well, I paid him back." Okay, so you knew what you were doing was shady, because this man's getting, y'all claim 300,000, but everybody in the office in Fulton County and people that are looking at the records are saying otherwise. 600K. You giving him $600,000. He's taking that money on his expense to take you all over the world and stuff. But then you said, "Oh yeah, I paid him back. I went to the ATM and gave it to him." Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think she paid him back, because what woman in their right mind is going to pay their lover back if they in a relationship with that person? Because y'all been in a relationship for a minute. And even if y'all started in a relationship in 2022, this man was taking you all in these trips around late 2022 and into 2023. So you trying to tell me that you paid your lover back? This is supposed to be your lover. I've never had my wife pay me back when I was dating her, when we went and did trips and stuff together. So I'm not believing that. I truly believe that this relationship started as soon as she put eyes on that man. And I would not be surprised if they were doing booty clapping the first night. Sorry, Fanny can say what you want, but it don't look good, baby, because you got this man all up in your office everywhere. You can't lie about it. The truth is in the pudding. Now, let's talk about the father. I don't even know what his benefit was of talking about she always had cash on hand. Bro, that doesn't matter. That cash on hand does not prove that she paid this man back. They have no receipts. They have no paper trail. So that's just, we have to go by your word. I mean, come on. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So this is what I'm thinking. Okay, this is what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'm thinking that after all of this is said and done, the right choice would be is to remove them from the case and drop it. But we know they're not going to drop it. They may assign another prosecutor, because this is a witch hunt. We don't know just yet. But I do know this. If they let this slide, this is so corrupt. And that's just facts. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Jump in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Fani Willis. And do you think that she really is telling the truth, her and Nathan Wade, or is she lying? And tell me what you think about her father, which I put the link in the description about what he said about her always having lots of money, if she's lying or telling the truth. With that being said, y'all know what it is. I am out.